Bonjour everyone and welcome to my channel The Waves of Your Soul. My name is Maureen, I'm a French tarot reader, and today I wanted to share my March and April tarot and oracle favorites. I love watching those kind of videos from fellow tarot lovers, tarot YouTubers, tarot readers, because I love knowing what tarot decks resonate with some people or why they don't. I just love getting a hint into other people's psyche. So of course I'm not doing this video to try to make you buy stuff and telling you you need these decks, etc, etc. This is not in no way trying to create FOMO. I just love watching those kind of videos because I love knowing why certain decks resonate with some people, and it helps me figuring out if it resonates with me or not by seeing it on other people's channel and hearing them talk about it. So this is why I thought I would start to do recurrent favorite. Hopefully it helps you out figuring out if a deck is for you or not before you buy it, so you can save some cash, as well as hopefully you find some kind of entertainment and just chilling with me. So first up, a deck that is super special to my world, to my life. In March was actually my birthday, end of March. I'm an Aries, and my friends made me the amazing surprise, two of my best friends, to create a tarot deck of my life. And look, they've actually got this printed and they designed it themselves and they created this. So I wanted to shout it out as my ultimate favorite, because honestly this is potentially the favorite for the foreseeable future. I don't think anything will compare, and I had to shout it out because they put so much love and effort into it. So they've actually designed the cards, they put all the backs with the name of my channel, and I won't show all the pictures because they are very personal pictures of me and my family and my friends, but I'll show you a couple because my friends took so much time to do this, and I'm so grateful for them, and I wanted to share because if you're a fellow tarot lover or you know a tarot lover out there, I feel like this is the ultimate gift, right? This is just amazing. So as you can see, for example, we have the Hermit card, and like I'll zoom you in a little bit. And I'm so impressed because my friends don't even know about tarot. Like, apart from the readings I do to them, they are not really into cards. Of course they love it when I pull cards for them, but they're not really, you know, they don't have a tarot deck, they don't know anything about tarot, and I find they really pick the perfect images for it. Like, my parents sent pictures I didn't even know. This is a fool, so this is me when I was like 10 years old jumping off a trampoline. I feel like this is the perfect full description. This is a picture of me for the world, and again, this is just little me for the magician, which is hysterical. And I'll finish on that one. I think the chariot, that was me and my dad when I was little on a I don't know what you call them in English, but you know, this is Spitzel, I think, I don't know. So as you can see, they even made like, you know, they have the major arcana card, and then we have the suit with the swords, and first of swords all the way to the 10. There's court cards, and like I said, I won't show all the pictures because they're quite personal, but I wanted to share here because it is the ultimate favorite. I think it could really be an inspiration for anyone who has a special birthday coming, who knows a fellow tarot lover out there. And I've tried it for readings, and actually it's very beautiful, very, very beautiful. Of course I would only read personally with this, and also just for, you know, memory's sake. So thank you so much to my lovely two friends, my Three of Cups crew. I love you, and yeah, definitely ultimate favorite for the last couple of months. Okay, let's move on to something you can actually purchase and not just me talking about myself. But I'm a Leo rising, so I have a tendency to do that. I apologize. Next up is the Prism Oracle. So this little deck is super cool. Look at this prism of color here. The box actually is really neat. Look at that. It's like, it's got cutouts here, it's all colorful, and this is a color chromatherapy based deck, so it's supposed to be around the therapy of colors. And of course with that, and it's quite recent and it's very affordable. I paid £12 or £11 for it on Book Depository, which is I think like $15 or less, maybe like 13 euros. So there's a guidebook, which is actually quite good. you get a lot of spreads and it's in color, and then you get a keyword for each of the colors. And like I said, it's a chromotherapy based deck, so these are the backs, and it's got a super cool rainbow kind of edging. And this deck, like I said, is very affordable, and it is kind of new, and it goes with everything. So, and it's literally just a color, very vector style graphic, and a keyword. And I find that it's perfect for any deck, any tarot, because the art style is so neat and simple that you could marry it with anything. And I love the combination of the keyword, the very simple graphic vector style, and the color, because if you look at all those colors, look, that is so satisfying, isn't it? Oof, yeah. This is nice. This is nice. I love colors. So of course with this you could do chakra work, you could do work for what crystals you need to work on and base yourself on using the colors, what candle you want to work for candle magic and you pick a color, or you can just use it as a regular oracle and just look at the images and the keyword. Like, this deck is so versatile, and who doesn't love a versatile deck? You get more for your money. It goes with everything because it's so simple and like quite modern. You could pair it with any deck, and I freaking love it because it is light and shadow representing. So you have very positive keywords like confidence, happiness, but you also abundance, but you also have more shadow keywords like fear, confusion. So it does represent pain. Look at this blood color. Oof, I love that. So definitely, you know, it's very well balanced. It is cute. It is tarot size, I think. Let me check. Yeah, it's tarot size, so it goes perfectly with any kind of tarot when you do spreads. And I think it's brilliant, and I don't really see a lot of people talk about it. I think it's a recent release, but it's definitely been a favorite, so I wanted to shout it out, and it is the Prism Oracle. Moving on to a tarot deck, which I think I've talked about in my recent most beautiful tarot decks acquisition video. That was not even English, but you get the gist. Video around my most beautiful decks. Taro Fauna. This is an indie deck by Devin Strickler and Brittany Burkhardt. If you type Taro Fauna, you can get it straight on their website, and you get a guidebook with this on PDF, so you can put it on your tablet or print it out if you want. And it is an animal based deck, and this has been a huge favorite of mine. I have it since I think the beginning of March or end of April. No, sorry, end of February. And literally it is so cute. I love this deck so much because it is, like I said, so only animals. And it is so beautiful. It's got that very like childhood book storytelling vibe, because it's got no humans in it. Sometimes when you're sick and fed up of humans, it gives you a nice break. It does help you to connect to nature energy, and it does have a consistency, which I find sometimes. The trouble I have with some of the animal decks, I'll put that on the side, I'll come back to it, is that sometimes if it's every card a different animal, like the Animal Totem Tarot, which I have and I have learned to really love, sometimes because it's all different animals, I get a bit overwhelmed and I can't see the correlation between all the cards, because I'm like, there's a bear and a fox and then there's like a chameleon and there's an elephant, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, am I at the zoo? I'm lost. So what I like about this one is that each suit represents a different one animal throughout. So rocks or pentacles are bears, torches are the ones are foxes, shells, which is for cups, are otters, and then the feathers, the equivalent of swords, are owls. And I love that. And then each different major arcana card is a different animal, but I'm okay with that because every animal is very well depicted. And you also get a couple of extra cards, such as this mindfulness card right here, which I leave in because I think it's very useful. So they're like two added major arcana cards. And as you can see, this deck is very beautiful, it's very sweet. I have found every reading to be very loving. My favorite suit is the feather suit because I love owls, and at the time of me getting this deck, I was playing this game on Nintendo Switch called Ori and the Will of the Wisp. I don't know if you know it, if any of you like video games. It's a very sweet video games where you kind of like are this luminous character and you evolve in a forest, and there's like beautiful owls there in this game too, and it was just nice. I enjoyed this full experience of having the deck and playing the game. You know, inner child. My inner child was very happy. So yeah, I really love that. This is a Taro Fauna. Oh look, this is one of my favorite cards. How beautiful is that? I think it's gorgeous. Very moving, very sweet, gentle deck. And these are the backs, by the way, if I haven't shown you. I haven't edged it, I don't know if I will. So yeah, Taro Fauna, love it. Okay, moving on to a power combo I treated myself to in the month of... Well, actually, I think I bought this at the beginning of the month, but as per usual, things take 4 months to get to like Rainian Island where I live, so I only received them in March. This is a Mermaid tarot. I have edged it in this beautiful blue. I am so happy about my edged work, so I'm showing it off. Because for once, not a deck fail in my book. This is rare. I'm happy. I love the blue. So Mermaid Tarot by Lisa Robertson and Julie Dillon, and Whispers of the Ocean Oracle card by Angela Hartfield and Ekaterina Golovanova. So this is a tarot deck and this is an oracle deck, and oh my god, do I love it. Yes, I love it so much. So first of all, of course, they're both ocean based. The name of my channel is The Wave of Your Soul. So if you feel you get a big hint that I love the ocean. I currently live on a tropical island where we have the very huge privilege to be surrounded by the ocean. And so when I saw this deck, both of them, I was like, I need this in my life. So first of all, the Oracle deck. I love that it's borderless and it depicts all kind of animals from the ocean. And for me, what really resonated with me is those are all fishes that I see when I go snorkeling. So I'm very familiar with those animals, minus the sharks, because I don't tend to go anywhere in deep water because I'm scared of like deep waters, because we have a lot of sharks where I live, which is in the southern hemisphere, Indian Ocean. We have a lot of shark attacks, so I tend to stay in the lagoon where it's safe. And in the lagoon we're very lucky that you do get to see a lot of those kind of fishes and everything. So for me that was a huge plus. Of course, I also love the ocean vibe. I love the bright colors, and also not just that, the actual keywords are very cool. So for example, here you see you have the turtle, and it says, adrift in shallow water, take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. Lovely. So there's actually a guidebook with a more in-depth messages, but what I appreciate, and the guidebook is very good, by the way, the messages are cool, but what I like about this is that you don't necessarily have to go to the guidebook. You can definitely just use this quick sentence here and get your guidance from that. And again, I like that there's animals that you wouldn't necessarily like to see in the deck, so it's quite well balanced. It's not just fluff, cute. In French we call them doo-doo deck, like the hug decks. I don't think that's one of those. I think it's quite balanced. It does have more shadow and light messages, and I love the fact that I can take it, get my message, and not have to think about it for 10 days. Sometimes you just get those oracles that you can just, you want a quick guidance. It's nice. I actually did, for the new moon, I pulled a card for each of my friends and I send it to them, and they love it, because even if they're not like totally into cards and everything, again they can get their quick message and they don't have to think about it. I don't have to do a big spread for everyone, and they love it because they feel like they can get a lot out of it. So this is definitely a very nice deck. I feel for all ages. If you're an ocean lover, it's a must. Like, it definitely feels like ocean healing energy to me. And of course, I've been pairing it with my recent acquisition of the Mermaid Tarot. These are the backs. I feel like the Mermaid Tarot is a quite well-known deck. It is mass market, so it is very readily affordable, and it's beautiful. What I love about this specific deck is that each suit represents different kind of mermaids. There's not just mermaids, there are mermen, which first of all is awesome, because a lot of the time I feel like mermaids are very female presenting. In this one we have more masculine energy as well, which is neat. I love that. What I also love about this deck is, like I said, every suit represents a different kind of mermaid. So swords, for example, are mermaids that would live like in the North Pole, so it's very icy, like this one, like ice vibes and, you know, seals and stuff like that. But then the wands are more like mermaids that would live where I live, for example, so tropical island, Polynesian, or, you know, the Seychelles, or where I am in Réunion Island, because you have like this volcano kind of mermaid vibe like this, where it's a mermaid but it definitely still has a fire element. And I love that because, you know, like I told you, I live on a tropical island, we have a volcano, but we have the water, so I totally resonate with that. And then the caps are just your regular mermaids, but I feel like they're more also kind of like selkies, so they do have that northern hemisphere Europe vibe of mermaids, you know, the kind of mermaid you would see like the Little Mermaid or Celtic mythology, those kind of vibes. And then finally for the pentacles you have river mermaids, and so they're like almost trout and salmon kind of mermaids, and they encounter fae and elementals, and that's awesome. There's also diversity in terms of ethnicity, which I appreciate. And yeah, I think this deck is really cool. Not much body diversity and a little bit of age diversity. The Emperor is Poseidon, of course, and I think the Empress is Yemoja. So there's a couple of inclusion of different myths from around the world. I feel like the Pentacles are a bit inspired by Mélusine's story as well, like, you know, the French fairy that could go into transform into nymph from the river and everything. So as you can see here, for example, this is very much like forest mermaid energy, if that's a thing. And if that wasn't a thing, it is now a thing. Forest mermaid, river mermaid, I guess you could say. I feel like a lot of people tend to say, oh, it looks like Disney, it's gonna be like a fluff deck. And I thought that too when I first saw this deck. I was like, meh, don't need it, you know, it's like a bit too young looking for me. I don't think it's that deep, it's just pretty, but you know. But actually I looked at the images more and more, and it is so much deeper than it looks. The guidebook is great. If you're a beginner, I really recommend it. Great guidebook. I find this deck holds a lot of space for emotion. The characters are very emotional, and it's a lot more deep than it looks. Look at this death card. It's not just about your regular death. It talks about what we do to the ocean with humans, like how we pollute it, how we fuck it up. And it's quite a depressing card actually, but I also find it very interesting. So this deck is a lot more deep than it looks. It gives great readings. It is also fun to use in combination with this Ocean Oracle, and I have been loving it, and I can't wait to do more and more readings with this. Okay, moving on to the Taro Illuminati. This is actually a gift from my mom around my birthday, so this has been a huge March favorite. She found it here on the island, which is unheard of. So, you know, this is a French version, and the guidebook is amazing. Of course, you can find this deck in English as well. It's a mass market deck. I think there is actually a bigger guidebook you can get on your tablet, like an ebook, but I haven't actually had a chance to check it out yet. In the French version, you get a little pouch to go with it, and it comes with gold edging. Now, funny story is that actually if you look at the backs, this is not what the backs should be. The backs should be all this kind of green vibe, but mine has a printer error. So I'm pretty sure that mine has a printer error, because I've seen people show their decks online and it doesn't look anything like mine. Like mine looks like on the back there is the title cards for all of the cards, and at first I was like, I hate it. I hate it. I can't stand it. I can't do pick a card readings with this. I don't like the writing on the back, etc, etc. But then I started using it and I was like, you need to get over yourself, Marine, because Well, it was a gift from my mom, so I feel like that in itself definitely helped me to get over it. And starting to read with it, I realized it doesn't matter, like, and I actually like that it's imperfect, because it's like us, right? We're not perfect, so why should my decks be perfect when I'm definitely a mess myself? And that has just, I feel like it's made our bonds a lot quicker and a lot stronger. So this deck is definitely like a feast for the eyes. It is busy, and busy is an understatement. It's like literally psychedelic, you know, acid trip kind of vibes. So much color, so bright colors, there's a lot going on. It's a collage style. It's like there's a lot of details. I mean, look at this Three of Pentacles. It is a lot. This deck is a lot, but I love it. I love it because sometimes you need decks that are gonna be very minimalist and very, you know, clear and just not much going on. And sometimes you just want a lot of stuff on your cards so that you can like really get your creative juices flowing, spark your imagination. And I love those colors. It will brighten any day. I did my birthday reading with this deck and it was awesome. I got great reading from it, like it was very clear. And it's an RWS kind of clone, right? It definitely follows RWS, but it surprisingly has some diversity. I thought this deck would not, in terms of like ethnicity. It does show different people coming from different part of the world. It is very body beautiful though, I will say that, which is, you know, can be an issue sometimes. But I have learned to take it as face value. You know, this was not necessarily a deck I would have chosen for myself, but actually I really have like grown to love it. And I think it's very energetic, it's very vibrant, it's actually very Aries energy. So I think it's fitting that I got it around my birthday, because to me this deck is Aries. It's like powerhouse, powerful, kick in the butt, don't feel sorry for yourself, we're gonna get out of here kind of vibe. Because with all of those colors, it's just like you don't have time to be in stagnation, right? The colors in themselves, the energy in themselves are just so powerful. And the guidebook is actually fantastic, that little guidebook. So I would actually really love to get the full one, because the writing from Kim Huggins is fantastic, and I've heard people really rave about the bigger guidebook, so I need to check it out. But yeah, I really love this one. And again, I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it that much. I guess it's a bit older now, it's maybe like 4 years old, which in like tarot world is like dog years, so it's like 30 years old, because we're always jumping on the next new stuff, and I'm guilty of that myself. So I wanted to show it because I feel like it deserves attention and love, you know. Okay, let's wrap up today's video with my latest favorite, which is the Fortune Queen's Tarot by Juanjo Cristiani, whose nickname, or not nickname, name on Instagram is, username, that's what I'm looking for, is @enjoymycake. So this is a Kickstarter I backed. It is a RuPaul's Drag Race inspired tarot, and you can, I believe you can get it if you type it. You should be able to buy it straight from the creator. This is a deck, and if you're Drag Race fans, this is a must. We have it. Reading tarot cards is what? Fundamental. I love it. The library is officially open. So this deck is fantastic. I love Drag Race. I have watched Drag Race for many years. This is just something that when I was in London, my friends and I would spend many a night just watching Drag Race and seeing imaginary catwalks in my living room and blasting RuPaul songs and feeling our best, you know, drag life fantasy. It's just such an inspiration and an icon. Honestly, I'm obsessed with Drag Race. Like, I'm gonna do a proper walkthrough of this deck, I think, because it deserves love and attention. But these are the backs. It comes with amazing pink rose gold edges, and it is like literally tens across the board. So I'm showing it quickly because I want to do another walkthrough, and I haven't had a huge chance to I've read with it and then I put it back in order because I want to do a deeper study. but each card is actually depicting a different drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race. So for example, you know, here you have the High Priestess with Sasha Velour. The Emperor is Bob the Drag Queen in his iconic, you know, representation of Cookie when he was doing that Cookie challenge. Amazing. And then the Hierophant here. Gorgeous. The Lovers, we have Crystal Method and the woman that she did up in drag in her season. The Chariot is Trixie Mattel. We have the Ace of Wands, Chi-Chi Devane. Oh, it's just such a cool deck. And look, I mean, I won't go again. I'm gonna go through quickly, but I love it. I love Drag Race. I love the outfits. I love that it makes me happy. I love that it's a celebration of the LGBTQI community. I love that it's vibrant. I love that it's just a celebration of life. Like for me, Drag Race is for me, drag queens are almost like hierophants in themselves, in the sense that they are bringing a message of unity, of love, of embracing others' culture, of accepting your flow, of literally showing your true self to the world, and you know, embracing diversity and community. And for me, they are hierophants. I love Angie, so this is a cool card. And so for me, drag queens are very important messages for the better world that I wish I could see out there, and this deck is particularly important. We have Money Exchange as the King of Pentacles with this iconic look. I love it. The Strength card is Evie Oddly, which I love. The Stars, gorgeous. And this Death card is just iconic, right? Of course, Justice is Bianca Del Rio, and there is a special world card which is so cute. You get a normal world card too, but there is an added world card which is like iconic, honestly. So I love this deck so much. I'm gonna do a proper walkthrough. Judgment is Ru calling his girls like, bring back my girls, bring back my girls, bring back my girls. Okay, and if you've made it this far anyway, thank you so much for, you know, sticking with me through my rambling. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't hesitate to leave me a comment below, like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, all of the stuff that other YouTubers says. And until my next video, I am sending you lots and lots of good vibes, and take care of yourself. Bye!